Welcome back everybody to the ongoing series called A Not So Brief History Of, where we dig up the past like Sherlock Holmes himself. Today we're going to be looking at the drops of 2017. The seasons just keep coming, and sneakerheads and fashion enthusiasts are just excited for every single release. The season 4 event on September 7th, 2016 went on just before the release of the shoes pertaining to season 3. So you had the fashion show of season 4 before the release of the shoes of season 3. This creates sort of a what I like to call a hype circle, where it's just or a hype cycle where you wait for the shoes or the release of season 3, and then when that hype dies down, the releases of season 4 come out, and then you're re-hyped for everything, and it's just a continuous cycle of hype. Now this season saw the drop of one of the most anticipated 350 V2s on record, the bred, black/red. It was extremely coveted because it was kind of a callback to the original 350 design. I mean, it had the pull tab, it did away with the stripe on the side, but just had SPLY-350 in that strong red accent surrounded by all black. So essentially a triple black with the red accent on the side with the SPLY-350, to which some people think means supply 350. I think it means supply. Some people think it means St. Pablo loves you, but whatever you want to think it is, it doesn't matter because it still looks cool. After release of the bred saw another really popular colorway drop on February 25th. It was these right here, the zebras. Now you see it's a black and white upper with the white stripe along the side, supply 350 written backwards in red, white midsole, kind of like a creamy gummy outsole. These are super cool. They were the first, if you look at the OFour channel, the first video I've ever done was on the zebras. I did a comparison between a real and a fake. Feel free to check that out. But I have an emotional connection to the zebras. After the zebras released, the next ones to come out were the triple white. So you had the strong release of the bred, and then you have the strong release of the zebras, followed by the ones that I had been waiting for the longest, the triple white. These are probably one of my most favorite Yeezy 350 V2s. This collection not only saw releases of the new 350 V2s, but also saw the drop of a whole new line altogether, the Powerphase. Now the Powerphase dropped on March 28th, 2017, and it's kind of a redesign of the classic 80s Adidas shoes. Its design is minimalistic, light, and according to some users, quite comfortable. It has perforated stripes, a green Adidas logo, and a red trefoil logo. And the trefoil is the plant that Adidas uses as part of its logo. Now, during the season 5 fashion show, the newest model of Yeezys to drop were the Yeezy Boost 700s. Now, the Yeezy Boost 700s dropped in one colorway, just one, the Waverunner, which to some is the most popular colorway to date. It dropped on August 17th, 2017, and I believe was a Yeezy Supply exclusive. To follow the same sort of dad shoes or ugly shoe trend of the 700s, Kanye and Adidas released the Yeezy Desert Rat 500 on December 5th, 2017. And it's a design to rival the 700s. I mean, it's big and bulky. The differentiating factor is that it's bulbous on the bottom. It has like little bulbs, and I guess there is some inspiration from a desert rat. I don't know why it's called desert rat, but it looks cool. Now, what's interesting about the 500s is that it did away with the boost technology altogether. It actually uses something called adiprene technology, which the long and short of it is that it's an extremely durable material that provides the top quality cushioning. That's essentially it. It released in two colorways, Blush and Supermoon Yellow. Blush, I believe was released as a standalone. It was totally fine and it did well. The Supermoon Yellow was only sold in a bundle, and I believe it was also a Yeezy exclusive. I'm not entirely sure, but the Supermoon Yellow came in a bundle with a sweater and a pair of sweat shorts, and costed a total of $760 for the full bundle. To counterbalance the intense designs of the 500s and 700s, Mr. Pablo himself decided to release some more colorways of the 350 V2s. The first of those was the semi-frozen yellow. This one dropped on the 18th of November 2017, and it's probably one of the most boldest 350 V2s to be released up to that point. It has kind of like a gray and yellow striped design on the upper. The stripe that goes along the side, that's typically an accented color, now is just that same neon yellow that blends in with the rest of the shoe. Has Supply 350 on this side as an accent right there, and has a gum outsole, but the same sort of neon yellow midsole. Put that back. Just 1 week later, after the release of the semi-frozen yellow, the newest version of the Belugas came out. The Beluga 2.0. I'm looking at the screen there. What they did is they reversed the colors, or they inversed the colors of the stripes. So where the black was and the gray was flipped, they have the stripe along the side in gray. Supply 350 with the pull tab, red accent along the middle of it. Gray midsole, gray outsole. I like these. I think they look really cool, and it's easy to match with a lot of outfits. About 2 weeks after that, they released, or Adidas and Kanye released, another version of the 350 V2s called the Blue Tint. Now the Blue Tint sort of looks a lot like the Zebra or the Beluga, the original Beluga, but the only differentiating factor is that it has a kind of like a blue hue on the ankle collar and around the border of the midsole, giving this sort of like frozen blue tint to it. I think it looks amazing. It's one of the most underappreciated 350 V2s in the market, in my opinion. And if you find them, cop them. They're great. One last drop of 2017 happened on the 9th of December and was another colorway of the Yeezy Powerphase, which dropped in gray, which was essentially just a triple gray, just like the first colorway that was essentially a triple white. All compartments were of their respective colors. And that's it for today's episode. I hope you liked the 4th episode in the series, and drop me a comment. Let me know which drop you liked the most of 2017. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at OFour_reviews. Send me a DM. Let me know what you think. I'm open to conversations. I really like them. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, catch up on previous episodes, and be sure to tune in for the future episodes to come. And next video, we'll be looking at the 2018 drops, and I will catch you then.